it is given that pre-election matters are decided before elections. After elections, there is no locus standi under the law for it to be used to form a judgment. Ironically, this played out during the appeal court judgment that removed from office some members of the PDP in the National Assembly. It is indeed worrisome that the judgment of the justices of the appeal court was in contradiction of the position of the Supreme Court. The Coalition for Justice in Africa is at a loss as to how and why an internal party affair should be in the interest of another party and on which basis a judgment was passed. It is disturbing and distressing and disheartening that the revered justices of the appeal court would turn the law against its head. The implication of the decision of the justices of the appeal court is that the judgment will set a dangerous precedent and a gateway to endless litigations in the future. The wisdom of dealing with pre-election matters before polls has now been undone, with the consequences that those who contested and won political office will now be spending their time, the time they should have committed to delivering their mandate in court. The Coalition for Justice in Africa frowns on such a miscarriage of justice. It is our conviction that the internal affairs of a political party do not have anything to do with winning election. It's strictly a pre-election matter. This is a rape of democracy that tends to discredit the reputation of the judicial arm of government. The judgment is political and not on its merit. The assumption that the judiciary is the people's hope has been grossly eroded. It is also evident that some powerful forces have taken control of the country's judiciary. These vested interests will spare nothing in their insatiable desire to continue to rape democracy in Nigeria. It is unfortunate that they also explore the gullibility of the justices of the appeal court into a macabre dance. If this is not the case, how on earth would a party challenge the primary elections of another party on that basis and get a judgment in its favor? How can that be? We are further concerned that the Court of Appeal has willfully decapitated the opposition in the country, since fewer PDP lawmakers means the country has edged one step close to becoming a one-party dictatorship system. The few PDP lawmakers left in the National Assembly are now easier target for the ruling party should it decide to clamp down on the opposition. This is a consideration our dear judicial officers should have borne in mind before reintroducing pre-election matters into post-election litigation. Questions on our values as a nation will be asked if this brazen rape of democracy is allowed to stand. It is our firm conviction that the Supreme Court will address this anomaly in the fullness of time and save our democracy from destruction.